I've known Morrie Lanning for 50 years, first as a student, then as a colleague, and always as a friend.
I've had the privilege of working with Morrie Lanning at Concordia College for about 25 years.
We got acquainted here at Concordia as he was already beginning his leadership roles.
Well, I've known Morrie for probably 30 years or so, from the time he was mayor through his political career. Politicians and newspaper guys aren't all that close. A little suspect on both their parts. But since that time, Morrie and I have become very good friends.
Well, when I became mayor, I went over and talked to Morrie. And I learned from him a lot.
Most people probably know Morrie Lanning as perhaps the dean, the mayor, a legislator, or the man who saved the Vikings. But to me, I'm lucky enough to be the one who gets to call him my dad.
I would define Morrie's character as a person of integrity, kind of got a dry humor, but a person who gets things done.
Morrie was a visionary.
He's a man of great character, high integrity, hard work.
He really wants to work with people, understand people, resolve whatever issues they are, and make it better for each other.
He's the kind of a guy that you grow to appreciate, his knowledge.
He always has a calming response.
But at times he can get a little feisty too.
He's probably one of the most thoughtful and passionate people that I've ever met.
He's a kind of a unique person. He's fun to be around, socialize with, he's easy to talk to.
I would credit Morrie as a big player in both the growth of Moorhead and the growth of Minnesota, but in particular the growth of our metro area.
Being such a long-term mayor of Moorhead in itself is quite an achievement.
Being in the beginning with the Big Brother, Big Sister program.
In 1979, when the flooding issue hit this area, he asked the question, we're getting 100-year floods really regular. Now we've had 10 in the last 25 years. So what's wrong with this picture?
Morrie Lanning knows more about the Red River Basin than any other person I know.
He got really involved thinking that, Moorhead just couldn't deal with this problem alone. They needed to have other players, and they got Fargo involved, and Grand Forks, and Winnipeg.
Well, I've known Morrie and Ruthie for 36 of the 38 years that he served in elected office, whether as a city council member, mayor, 22 years, or in the Minnesota House of Representatives. He led the city through the flood fight of 1997, and out of that came the Red River Basin Commission.
He's worked hard to try and protect Moorhead and Fargo, but he's also been more than willing to help protect some of the agricultural flooding problems that occur in the basin.
That long-term flood solution that Morrie got the money for, if we get that done, that's going to be a legacy that will carry into infinity for this region, because it'll help reduce flood damages forever.
When he moved into the legislature, I think his major achievement was creating the proper legislation and the political atmosphere to create this new Viking stadium.
It'll be open in 11 months, and we're very excited about that. Morrie led the charge and built the coalition and led that coalition effort that got this thing finally completed at the Capitol.
8 years on the city council, 20 years as mayor, and 10 years as a legislator. I don't think anybody could beat that record.
He also spent nearly 40 years here on campus at Concordia.
Graduates today still say that many of their experiences that they had under Morrie's leadership were responsible for their future success in their professional and social lives.
It may be a little-known fact that Morrie also had an acting career.
Many of the community events, Morrie would don the clown outfit.
Paul Duggery and Morrie Lanning would dress up as the Blues Brothers and perform at Concordia for the students at different events.
My freshman year, he was Wayne, and they did Wayne and Garth. And so, yeah, it was real fun growing up and watching him get out of character. Most people probably don't know that my dad bought his first pair of jeans about a year ago. So he used to mow the lawn, rake the yard, all in his khakis.
He has every car that he's ever purchased since 1966.
Our most famous one is probably the Woody, which is a wood-paneled Pontiac station wagon that I actually drove at Concordia when I was in college. Never got rid of a car until he started leasing them, which was a good thing that he finally started leasing cars.
Morrie took up golf later in life because he didn't have any time, I guess, with all of his other outside activities. But he's become a real competitor on the golf course and a pretty doggone good golfer. But he still owes me money.
Morrie deserves this honor, this award, because he has been so effective in dealing with problems and solutions over the many years that he's been involved in government.
I think he's met every criteria that the Chamber has formed for the Legacy Award.
He's provided leadership in this community that is, to me, going to stand the test of time.
His ability to work with people is just absolutely amazing.
You know, it never seemed as though there was a venue too big, a task too big for Morrie.
He was a real consensus builder, and you could hear that from the people on both sides of the aisle down in St. Paul.
The legacy of Morrie Lanning, a legacy without parallel.
On behalf of myself and all the people you've worked with in water over the years, I want to congratulate you on the Legacy Leader Award.
Congratulations, Morrie.
Congratulations, Morrie.
Congratulations, and you deserve it.
Congratulations, Morrie.
Morrie, congratulations.
Congratulations, Morrie.
I'm delighted to join with Morrie's family and friends and citizens of this community in honoring the legacy of Morrie Lanning.
Just wanted to congratulate Morrie and thank him very much for playing such a major role in the history of the Vikings.
Way to go, Dad. You rock.
Good luck, my friend.